Ladies and gentlemen, get ready. It's time for the Doug Dayton Show.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Doug Dayton Show. I'm so thrilled and excited that you have made the decision to join me for today's broadcast. We are kicking off the new year by discussing leadership here on the broadcast, and we are reviewing some excerpts from Leadership, How to Lead Effectively, Efficiently, and Vocally in a Way That People Will Follow by Derek Stansma. Now, I always enjoy chatting leadership. It's great material. You learn a lot of things about different people when you're listening to the concepts that they have to offer on this subject. I think that one of my favorite quotes on leadership comes from Gandhi when he said, "I suppose that leadership at one time meant muscles, but today it means getting along with people." That's right, ladies and gentlemen. On today's segment, we're going to talk about leading with your heart. Many people were taught to practice leadership with their heads and not with their hearts. This is especially true for leaders in the corporate world. Many old-fashioned CEOs are accustomed to putting the welfare of the business before the welfare of the employees who work for the company. Many business leaders take pleasure in being described as tough, strong-minded, ultra-rational, and results-driven. They don't care to be called compassionate or benevolent, generous or kind. But times are changing. Many modern leaders, whether it's in the church community or in the corporate world, are now realizing how important compassion is in leading their teams. You've often heard the mantra, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. These new leaders believe that they should not only lead with their heads, but also with their hearts. They believe that their subordinates will be more willing to follow them if they feel that their leaders have compassion. The new leaders now understand that their subordinates are human beings too who have their own thoughts and feelings. Modern leaders now strive to bring inspiration into the workplace instead of just laying down hard and fast rules with absolutely no room for compassion. I remember back when I worked in the secular world, I won't even name the business, but I was in a very dog-eat-dog business, and the gentleman that was training me and raising me up in this line of work was a black belt at manipulating people to work harder, longer hours. And it was really weird because I saw him take a group of people that were super excited to have an opportunity to work, and he literally crushed their spirits and motivated them to work and had them living in fear rather than living by inspiration. I remember there was one guy that even, rather than going at home at night, there were many nights he would sleep under his desk so he could get an early start the next morning. That's not productive. People need to go home, they need to rest, and they need to come back refreshed the next day. Leaders who employ a compassionate style of leadership can be described as following. Compassionate leaders are in tune with their own feelings and emotions. Their thoughts, words, and actions are all aligned. They find time to talk and connect with the other people that are a part of their team. They understand that the feelings and the emotions that they bring to the workplace do not only affect them, but everyone around them. Compassionate leaders take effort to control their moods. Whatever circumstances that they find themselves in, no matter how many problems they're facing, they are able to maintain a positive outlook in life. They let their own optimism inspire other people, and they do not allow negative and demotivating feelings to creep in, both in them and amongst their team members. People are more important to them than procedures. They always find better ways on how to do things to make sure that everyone on the team is working effectively. They sincerely care for the well-being of everyone that they work with, and they make sure that everyone's needs are taken care of, as much as possible anyways. Compassionate leaders are receptive towards other people's thoughts and emotions. Compassionate leaders always remain hopeful. They passionately and persistently inspire other people to move towards their shared vision. They motivate their subordinates to always remain positive, energized, and filled with hope despite the problems and obstacles that come their way. Compassionate leaders connect with other people through honest and open dialogue. They emphasize honesty, openness, and truthfulness within their organization. They will encourage not only their managers but the subordinates as well to speak candidly when they have something to say. They believe that truth and candidness, when applied with modest respect and conviction, can make the team work better. Speaking of making things work better, check this out. This is the Family Force 5 remix of Mighty to Save.
Shine your light and let the whole world see. Shine your light and let the whole world see. Everyone needs compassion, love that's never failing. Let mercy fall on me. Everyone needs forgiveness, the kindness of a Savior, the hope of nations. Savior, He can move the mountains. My God is mighty to save. He is mighty to save forever. Author of salvation, He rose and conquered the grave. Jesus conquered the grave. Shine your light and yeah. Shine your light and let the whole world see. Take me as you find me, all my fears and failures. Fill my life again. I give my life to follow everything I believe in. Now I surrender. Savior, He can move the mountains. My God is mighty to save. He is mighty to save forever. Author of salvation, He rose and conquered the grave. Jesus conquered the grave. Yeah. We're singing. Shine your light and let the whole world see. We're singing for the glory of the risen King. Shine your light and let the whole world see. We're singing for the glory of the risen King. My Savior, You can move the mountains. You are mighty to save. You are mighty to save forever. Author of salvation, You rose and conquered the grave. Oh, You conquered the grave. Oh, my Savior, You can move the mountains. You are mighty to save. You are mighty to save forever. Author of salvation, You rose and conquered the grave.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. We are chatting about leadership on today's broadcast. I've heard the axiom so many times in my life. People don't quit companies, they quit managers. And there's so much truth to that statement. Managers and other leaders in the workplace seldom fail because they lack technical expertise. More often, they do not become successful as leaders because they lack human relation skills that can enable them to connect with people that they work with. Research studies have shown that more and more employees quit their jobs because they did not like how they were treated by their superiors. Many people relate that they are not satisfied with their jobs because of the quality of their relationship with their bosses. With this in mind, you should assess yourself to see if you have the required human relation skills that can make you a better leader. Good leaders do not just work hard to reach a high level of emotional intelligence. They also make the effort to understand the behaviors of the other members in the team. They understand that each person in the team is unique in their own way and encourages the team to celebrate their differences. A good leader knows that these differences need not bring chaos into the team. Instead, he finds ways on how to take advantage of the team's diversity and to advance it further towards their goals. A good leader continuously tries to learn how to manage conflicts inside and outside of the organization. There is no doubt that there are a lot of leaders who have great ideas that they willingly share with everyone in the team. But a good leader is differentiated from most leaders because of their ability to listen to what other people have to say. Good leaders encourage their subordinates to speak up and to share their thoughts and opinions. They take into consideration the different points of view of the team when making plans, and they know that even those in the lowest levels can have effective ideas that will help the team achieve their goals. Here are some simple techniques that you can use to improve your human relation skills. First of all, be generous with your compliments and praises. Always be appreciative of your team's efforts. When you have to criticize or argue, do it considerately. Don't say anything that is harsh or personal. Give credit where credit is due. Your subordinates will become motivated if you share the limelight with them. Nothing irks me more than when I see a leader take credit for something that their subordinates do and not give 1 ounce of credit to any of their team members. That is poor leadership. But if you're in a situation like that, don't dwell too much on your own reputation. If your team succeeds, it will ultimately reflect back on you. Give the credit to the people that actually do the work. That will pay you rewards and dividends that you would not even be able to fathom. Always try to be fair with everyone that you work with. Remember that each member of your team is important in their own way. Learn how to keep secrets. You need to be able to keep the confidence of your team members. If they share something with you in confidence, they need to have that confidence that you're not going to go blab their business to all the other members of the team. Be humble. Admit it when you make a mistake. Admit it when there's an error, and you will gain more respect from your subordinates. You will see that when you know how to acknowledge your own errors and your own mistakes, it will develop their character as a team, and that will help them to honor you and respect your perspectives. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is excellent leadership. Check it. Here's the MOG remix of One Way by Hillsong. Bill Owens said, "True leadership lies in guiding others to success, in ensuring that everyone is performing at their best and doing the work that they pledge to do, loving it and doing it well." With the changing times, the role of the leader is too fast changing. Just a couple of decades ago, leaders were classified mostly as rational and unemotional. Of course, with the changing times, expectations from a leader have vastly changed, particularly in the church world. The good news is that most leaders have adapted themselves to the changing work cultures in organizations. The mark of a leader in this 21st century world is much different than the traditional role of a leader. But before getting into that, one has to understand that there is a vast difference in the role of a leader and that of someone who is in power. A person in power may have a fancy title and a position for himself, but may not necessarily be a leader. A leader, on the other hand, is a person who has the influence over people and can change the course of a team due to the influence that he has over that team. This influence, combined with other qualities, can attribute to the marks of a leader. Let's take a look at some of those aspects. The first mark of a leader I want to talk about is ethics and integrity. When it comes to being a leader, you are responsible for an entire team of people. The first aspect of leadership is being able to lead ethically and honestly. Your entire team will look up to you to make the right decisions. Hence, you need to maintain the bar ethically high. This will ensure a healthy bonding within the team, and also that you will be able to influence everyone due to your excellent values and ethics. Integrity is the number one influencing factor everyone likes to work with and for an ethical leader. There's also effective delegation. A leader's job is not just doing things, but getting the work done, effectively utilizing a team to do so. Being a leader, the most important thing for you is to choose the right person for the right job and delegate the work accordingly. Effective delegation will ensure that the work output is efficient and has no or minimum errors. To effectively delegate, a leader should understand the strengths of each team member and accordingly capitalize on those strengths. Effective delegation will also improve the overall performance of the team, and thereby it will improve the productivity of the business or organization. It is vital that you keep open channels of communication. A leader has to communicate with the team as well as the superiors on a daily basis. To get the right kind of output, the leader needs to effectively explain the task and communicate with the team, and after the performance, he needs to explain the output to the management. He or she needs to be extremely strong with their communications. This does not stay limited to the leader. He or she should be able to influence the team members to effectively and openly communicate with each other. This will improve the trust factor within the team and reduce conflicts. Hey, check this out. This is from Cody F23. He remixed Our God by Chris Tomlin. Check it out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all that we have time for today. We will continue this discussion in the next segment. Hey, I wanted to take just a moment here at the end of the broadcast and say if you do not have a relationship with God and you would like to know more about having a relationship with God, I want to encourage you to go to the website, DougDayton.org, and click on the Life tab in the top right-hand corner. There's a lot of wonderful information that will help you along the journey. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. God bless you and have a fantastic day.
Thanks, Doug. What a great show. If you enjoyed today's broadcast, we would love to hear from you. Please visit our website. You can connect with us on social media, submit prayer requests, and find more information about Doug and the show at www.DougDayton.org. That's www.DougDayton.org.